are, and that was against Fiend with the game to qualify to even get here.
Was that the
it's like
triple
28, 25. It was an absolute banger, the back and forth. Yeah. So they've been here a long time ago, right, on land. They've been here. Now, this is NiP's pick. It can't be easy anymore, right? They need to wake up. They need to play to win. They need to turn it on because there's plenty of fans wanting to see them in that arena.
Yeah, well, it has to start now, Chad. Like, they need to hit the ground running, sprinting. And then we'll just, you know, as they said on the desk, just dismiss it, sweep it under the rug, and the conversation will be about Ancient. But I'm not convinced that there won't be a kicker of a fuss from the Flames. Now, they've opted for 4 Kevlar. It's going to be HooXi who's going to have some defensive utility. So if NiP do take too long, the interesting route they've opted for.
Yeah, right there with that second mid jump, he spotted them, but that was all a ruse. They've gone back through the chicken pit over towards Banana. Jabbi's going to get overrun here.
Oh, that's a lovely quick adaptation. Jabbi was so good on Nuke. Now he'd have to be incredible because they've got their feet planted on this format. I think they've realized now that Jabbi is under a little too much pressure. Tries to block the coffin smoke. Don't think he's succeeded in finding a gap. And here they come to commit to the site. He's hoping they jump over him.
It's a massive gappy. Able to force that one out here, but taking their time. The flash is coming in.
That's brilliant. And LN sees his next victim. Combines with Roy. NiP uncertain. It still clicks out of Jabbi. Clears out Emo. Surely falls will go down to Devices. Clock a 2-on-2 established though, and this is going to end quickly. They're coming in together. Zyphon and HooXi fancy themselves a quick one.
Smoke for the bomb.
Hampus only a P250. They do have the smoke, and he needs a quick kill. Surely, oh, both. Hampus pulls NiP's pistol back from the brink. That looked like it was Flames all day.
And that's what they need from the leader right here. This man on your screen, sure, he leads by example. He loves the aggression. He gets in their face, but he's not hugely experienced, especially in these environments. The fact he clutches with that one out, he can fire the team up from here. And if he can start feeling the game and reading it well, that might be a difference maker for NiP.
What an adaptation. I mean, I'm talking about the Flames. They managed to actually make that competitive. A 2 versus 1 established, even though they started with 4 players on the wrong bomb site. Jabbi's a big part of that, but the credit does go to Hampus and a massively controlled 1 versus 2.
Yeah, some nades have been juggled across. You can see some extra HEs right now for Jabbi to work with here. So he's going to be able to drop these down in succession towards Banana
when he deems appropriate.
And there's a little bit. So chip damage onto Plopsky. They still have 2 HEs over towards B and or smokes as well to stall them on out. So this combo, oh, they're feeling the threat right now. Not releasing the nades just yet, and wow, this is good.
Still 3 smokes.
3 smoke top Banana early here. It's actually going to send NiP looking up towards top mid. nicoodoz' scout will need to be smoked off, or he might get a tag.
It's unlike NiP to go without a piece of util. Plopsky just gives them a quick jiggle before the smoke does bloom. This is going to hurt now. They've got 3 players on site. A CZ's good for the fight, trying to bait and switch with Zyphon on the box already. nicoodoz low. Zyphon has contributed, and Zyphon's Deagle is such a menace. Somebody take him down. Hampus does deliver. Just enough, but not surely the safe round. They've got 30 seconds here, and there's still a barrage of players and utility sweeping fast into short, trying to pressure. They do get info on LNZ. The bomb now planted. This is everything for nicoodoz. He's been caught prior to the pop. HooXi and Jabbi, they are so vulnerable. And HooXi's made it work, and Jabbi combines a quick force buy. And Flames are on the board in round 2. Oh, NiP, they do trip over their shoelaces a bit there.
You got to look to Zyphon again. He did it on Nuke. He's done it again right now. The fact that they stole them out, both of them playing from that site position, Roy grabbing a 3rd kill right there, and then your pressure just being applied. Just so much right there. Oh, NiP, they go from their in-game leader winning them a clutch situation to back down, losing to the force buy. Copenhagen Flames, they respond immediately here. And they channeled NiP in that direction with their utility issues. They forced their hand.
Multiple nades sailing over that half wall. They just make the educated guess that there's a few too many players around the banana corner. They opt for A, and it is, again, as you highlighted, Zyphon's Deeg. They just can't trifle with him.
Oh, we're going to have some force by wars going down here. NiP force back themselves. Hampus into the Galil. The rest onto the Deagles. Light smattering a U-turn. Light smattering a damage. Jabbi down to 18 points of health. This is going to have to reconsider that banana aggress. HooXi, however, hanging out towards the sandbag here.
NiP's super light on nades here. Like, they will be worth their weight in gold. So no overcommitments, no real kind of fakes available to them. This is going to be pretty much an indication of their commitment when they do start to sail through the sky. A 4-man lean towards A. So a gamble of sorts for the Flames initially. Jabbi very low. He's been brought down to a scrap of health, 18 points.
This is interesting. They've just jiggled top mid and basically called it clear. Now they're walking all the way back on over, trying to make it look like a fake. Flames have all the information, so they can back HooXi up. He still has a molly and a HE to stall this one out. The rotation's coming in. You can look at the radar. They could even do 2 players. That molly perfectly timed. That's going to allow nicoodoz to get on over with another smoke of his own. So this could be a huge nade.
Yeah, it looks great. Oh, and it is. Look at the damage. And here comes a second smoke just as NiP start their crawl. They're going to have to go through. Missed spray. HooXi's going to be cleared. He peeks on the flash. Blind as a bat. LNZ's gone. Running out of options now, NiP. They need to clear him and have, thanks to Plopski. nicoodoz re-advancing, trying to keep it hectic, and the trades go their way. The Flames have Roy to depend on as well. He's crawled up Banana. Device to plant. A good tag. Jabbi's done so much damage with that Galil. And now all onto hampus. The Flames have handled this. Can hampus do anything with 10 HP? A dunk from Roy denies. And they can hoover up what little weapons they can. This is really bleak now for the Ninjas.
If this continues like this, like I know we're only 3 rounds of play in here, but they're reading them. They just read them perfectly there. The timing on every single piece of utility was perfect from the Flames, right? That molly from HooXi delays. The rotation comes in from nicoodoz. The smoke drops. They run on through gray screen. There's so many bodies on the site. That play from Flames there to gamble 4 players towards A and retain top mid control. Set them up on a silver platter here. This is phenomenal Counter-Strike early.
And for the 5 human beings on the right side of your screen, you just have to hope they're able, if not by their own virtues, through device and threats experience, to keep a cool head on their shoulders here and not start visualizing the disappointment they could be facing. Jabbi with a quick opener there. High speed pokeball to the jaw. Hampus down.
I'm not liking this for NiP here. Now, I know it is just some light upgraded pistols. They're not really going to be able to make it anywhere. And that's Zyphon, the one playing up on the balcony. Slither gap on the way through towards the boiler. Another body hits the deck, and Device is still low. Steps out, shot missed. And there he goes. Roy in the back. This is just continuing to fall in place here. And look, the desk spoke about it. Rez is an individual who you need to step up alongside a Device here. The next most experienced in this team. In that last map of play, LNZ was actually the one impressing me just under Device there, and he's the one who shouldn't be. He's the one who should be cowering in this moment. The flash is there. HooXi is going to get away.
Oh, hard to track. In the back.
If they keep everybody alive right here, Flames, this is massive. NiP needs something. Can they stroll on in? The Deagles have to ring true.
HooXi's got it on lock. Jabbi on second oranges as well, so nothing really to report. Just as easy as that. And yeah, frustrations might be starting to mount if they can't convert this next gun round. I mean, NiP, they were given the gift, Chad. Like, they were given the gift of a pistol. Hampus pulls off a 1v2, and Flames have immediately responded with 3 of their own.
Yeah, this is crazy. They've just grabbed all of that momentum NiP could have run with, and they've taken it. They've turned it on their head, and every single little detail right now for Flames is great, right? The jiggle peaks, the info plays, everything looking good.
There's a deep one. So you see this out of G2 and their playbook. A deep mid smoke thrown from spawn, and Roy will be able to throw some better nades mid from that. Deep, suppressing nades. Plopski's already just had a little bit of chip damage. Jabbi to try and return to Banana now. It's actually a 3-man lean here from the Flames initially. We are seeing a bit of a change-up. That's the smoke we were just mentioning. It's kept Device very honest in middle. But this is the change-up, right? You're going to have some apps investigations. Banana is being fought for, as we discuss. And, oh, nicoodoz could have him dead to rights here if Plopski's not careful. It's as easy as that, a dry one.
They're walking up mid. They know they need to go. The AWP is over towards B.
Yeah, actually, HooXi's a bit late on the rotate as well. Roy, though, has been really standing tall for the Flames when it matters most. The supportive util is there. HooXi has tucked into the site now. Here they come, kept at bay by the Flame. And now maybe the Copenhagen Flames can make this 4. It's a 4-on-4. Straight in. Roy slams down the door at 2 already, and they're coming on in. He knows where you are. LNZ puts his head in the vice and pulls them back into a competitive round. Again, LNZ stands tall. There's a third opportunity there. He's not shy of the mark. Jabbi down low. nicoodoz has swapped out for the AK to forge a path back into the site. A smoke for the pit player, and Incendiary's not bad either. What does he want to do with this? Oh, LNZ going to be forced out of position. A small sound cue to build a picture. Device has the short cross on lock, and not anymore. Oh, and nicoodoz even with the pre-fire. They are intimidating. These Danes crawling for the retake. LNZ deleted. Up to Device. When it matters most, they're already on the defuse. He can't. He's bodyguarded perfectly. Flames will take it, and that is a disaster for the Ninjas. Channeled into the A site. They had a 4 versus 2 on it. Kept at bay by the util Chad, and it does once again disintegrate.
They were a bit late to react there on identifying where the AWP was, right? There was a moment of hesitation going up through that mid-smoke. Eventually they make it through, but then, yeah, it's on Roy with the double. LNZ doing his best, and in the 2-on-2, those kind of situations, if you've been watching a lot of the major here, you see some teams even go for the save. So Flames, they make it work. It looks fantastic. And it forces NiP back down to some pistols here. It's going to be a half buy. Lots of util behind this. Now, one of the strats that we saw them lining up over in the RMR, and it has come out in a few of their Inferno games, does involve getting Device boosted and chaining some flashes over as they waterfall out apartments. Now, early, we haven't seen them set up for that just yet, but there's still plenty of time to do it. Rez waiting to give them the silent boost on up in towards the boiler room. hampus is in, needs to call this clear, and 3 players over towards B. Happy to work this one out. Okay, that's very audible. The drop right there.
Deliberate or not, hampus is close up in the balk. He wants to flash him in. And that's an easy collection for Zyphon, just booked. And yeah, right. A formality for him. This is an unscathed Flames as they throw all their resources into A. Rez has been spotted. Device does catch 1, but that's just a stray. Rez does not have the HP to handle this, and NiP from 2 best of 1 Inferno wins. You can understand why they picked it here to equalize the series, but that is looking just a little too good for the Flames right now. I mean, they were 1 best of 3 away and have been for the last 2 days.
This is way too easy right now for the Flames. Like, this is just simple stuff, right? Everything they're doing, the details, the map control that they're taking, the heads-up Counter-Strike they're playing, they're not playing crazy out of the box. Oh, we're going hyper-aggressive. We're not letting you execute. They're playing info Counter-Strike. They're playing the rotations. They're playing off of one another. They're playing as a team. This is great stuff. The Cinderella story of the Flames is continuing right now, and this is against an NiP with everything to play for, everything to lose. Maybe they changed the jerseys to get the voodoo off their backs here, but right now, they're looking on toast. This is just flat. I know it's the T half, but 5-1 the score already reads. A lot of these rounds haven't felt that convincing at all. plopski 1 kill, 2 for Rez, 3 for Device and LNZ apiece. hampus leading the charge on 5, and hampus the only one responsible for a clutch round. 3 players, Banana again, locking this down. nicoodoz will be off so quick, and he's out.
He's taken down Device as well. There's more to come. nicoodoz ain't done. Double immediately thrust into the feed. He is Molotov, so he cannot retreat. He'll have to stand and fight, but the supporting utils there. They are completely repelled from Banana.
Look
and
where
now,
Zyphon is.
Again, the bullets come in. Zyphon with some aggression, nearly all 3. Round is 1. Off the back of that aggression, though, they throw a little bit of spice into the mix, Chad.
That's crazy that he was all the way down there, only caught that last second. And
Look
you
at
see
nicoodoz
hampus all the way back around. He might get a free kill here, hampus. nicoodoz is understanding
He's got
the
his
situation.
pistol. Oh, wow. Timeout time again, maybe. I don't know. NiP missing. And you can see a nod of affirmation from the coach. He can feel it.
nicoodoz is something, isn't he? He is really, really quick. The first is great. The second is better. And Zyphon's position was fantastic. There's the first in the Flames. Takes down Device. Hangs around. He's not dropping back. He's staying to fight. The second shot onto plopski. And this is it. Zyphon has just slipped the net perfectly there. What a heads-up call. Flames are reading this game so well. And back to the pistols. No bombs going down in the last 2 rounds means NiP, not enough cash to buy. And there he is again, opening up the account one more time.
Okay, Device has given him just a little bit of something to work with. That's a well-placed incendiary. They just can't disrespect it. Certainly not Device. He just doesn't have the health for this. Extinguish. Coming, HooXi, the hero, leaping through, has gotten away with murder there.
Oh, more nades.
By plopski. No, gets away just by a shadow of health. The bomb, though, was surely denied. Just off the off angle, a transfer. Actually, it was nicoodoz that finds it, but this one's done. plopski doesn't have the health. Confirmed now, and it's just running away from them, Chad. I was just doing my research. I wanted to find out exactly how long these boys have been a 5-man unit. Now, jabbi and nicoodoz have been repping the Flames for a long time, just the late stages. I think we have jabbi in August of 2020. 2 months later, nicoodoz joins the roster. But these three, Roy, HooXi, Zyphon, it was Roy and HooXi from Mad Lions. This was on May 18th. Zyphon wraps up the roster after deciding he wasn't keen on the Astralis talent, felt like he could do better, and, well, maybe he was right.
Yeah, he's here in Astralis to nowhere right now. This strike is ridiculous. I'm in disbelief right now. 7-1 the scoreline reads, and everything is perfect. Everything is great from the Flames. I can't believe what we're witnessing here. I didn't think coming in today this would be the storyline.
I mean, this is Stockholm. NiP had the globe on their jersey, and they may not even see it.
Closest they're going to get by the looks of things here.
They may not even see it, Chad, after going 2-0. Inferno as well, the map that put them here. 2-0, those two are on this map, and right now, it's their blood that stains Inferno's cobbles, far from anything particularly intimidating.
They're just keeping 3B. This hold from Flames, they have so much faith in their A defense, and they're coming banana.
Oh, nice one. Oh my god, Device just pulls the trigger as he loses vision. HooXi's vulnerable. This has to be an NiP round. HooXi, no HP. The Glock is due. Nice work from Plopski there. He's given them everything they needed. That has to be the round. Right.
Yeah, definitely now, right? Orb spotted, isolated. It was a 3-man defense. They're unable to crack it. And the Flames, they will suffer their second round, but how many can they take with them here? Zyphon onto Rez. Lots of cash, you can see right now. Left-hand side of your screen, plenty of cash money. Jabbi with 5k, that's before the loss bonus comes in. HooXi, 7.4. Roy on 6.7 now. Will on the bottom of the barrel, that's 1,400. So you can understand why nicoodoz and Zyphon want to hold on to these for future rounds. And NiP, they need everything they've got as well, right? All that extra util. They're going to need to start building something here on the T side too, but they've broken through. Plopski's done well. Device there, blind on that opener. So good shooting. And the second round now for the Ninjas here. The bomb about to go off. And maybe a bit more fight out of them now. You got to question what the response is going to be here out of the CT side. That heavy B lean has been on the agenda more often than not. Partnered up with that deep mid-smoke, it does buy them that buffer. Now, if you want to set nicoodoz up again with the AWP, I'm going to take a little bit of a look over in his spawn right now to see if he has a good spawn or not. Pretty good over towards B if they want to send him. We've already seen him go hyper-aggressive over there and find some openers, but looks like they're just going to return him back towards the A side of things. That was the Device opener. It's going to be a 2-3 split again, but 3 over towards Banana, and maybe looking for full control with the rifles. Half-wall molly, HooXi's through. He's going to be safe here.
That is so naughty. Just gets to linger in plain sight. Big round now for the Ninjas. If they can find something consecutive, prove to themselves. And look how active the Flames are being here.
Yeah, I think that half-wall smoke that NiP throw out, they know that that's going to stall. So what they've done is they've just rotated heavy forces back towards A in case it is a pounce. Jabbi and HooXi are actually going to be greeted back together on that B bomb site. So it has been back and forth between these two.
But the hyperactivity at the CT side is just well informed. It's what the very best have been doing. Copenhagen Flames are embodying all of that.
Deep mid smoke now. Bomb still all the way second mid, so no real indication of some nades are being juggled across here.
Just having a conversation about how they'd like to finish this one off. Request from nicoodoz for a flash. Re-smoking top mid from sight. That will keep them on their toes. That might even just shave a full 20 off the clock. Flash to get that space back. No one's contesting it. You got nicoodoz on long side. Balcony smoke will put the pressure on, and here comes the NiP commit. They got the numbers. nicoodoz looking to thin them and bodyguarded nicely. Again, Device puts his name in the opener. Here they come. Heavy commitments. Roy caught out a little. Saving just a little bit more from Plopski and Device. And these are the two names we have only found in NiP's success. Again, Device under scrutiny. The T-side orb posts another must-have opener.
This is very brave from HooXi here, right? We're talking about the saves and how necessary that is. The fact that he's hanging around and having a little bit of a look.
I had a look as well. Device was competing in S-tier tournaments like ESL 1 Cologne in 2015 when HooXi played his first professional Counter-Strike game. 2015, the year he signed his first contract.
Oof, taking this off away could be some good damage here. Great stuff from HooXi, just really doing damage to that economy. Gets the AWP, gets that for nicoodoz and gets away. So best of a bad situation right there from the Flames. The third now in the mix, and there's an AK upgrade as well. So we saw what he did on Nuke with that in his hands, right? He's going to be licking his chops that he's got that one back on out here, Jabbi.
Yeah, exactly my thoughts as well. Jabbi's got his best gun. The spray transfers he was able to pull off with it, he just manages it very, very well. 7 on the half, but already NiP displaying that they can and will make you sweat.
One of the key differences in this round was the lack of information, right? Flames didn't have any information over towards top banana, and they didn't have a whole lot up top mid. It was quiet until it wasn't. So good from NiP to play the smokes and mirrors. Hampus needs to be careful now, playing between the Flames. Jabbi's coming.
Oh, it's such a hard battle, but this time Jabbi's down. Hampus bests him. NiP starting to find the openings they desire, and I think Hampus wants to go on this. He just wants to punish. It would be the perfect call. A CT smoke. Will they overthink it? nicoodoz has just caught mid-res.
They have to go B now. They're committed to this.
Oh, and HooXi goes across. He will surely go down. He does eventually. LNZ catching the aggression. nicoodoz was going for a ballsy maneuver, and this surely translates into a fourth as well. Roy has managed to tuck in. Device has already got that bomb down. And he's actually hunting for Roy. And Device doesn't let it slip, looking like they're finding just enough form here.
Zyphon's going to save towards pit again here if he can, but you felt that was enough from nicoodoz in the mid pick, right? He strafes out mid, he gets a kill. The pressure was towards B, the rotation just wasn't there. But good stuff, and that's Hampus, right? That's what you want to see from him, right? Because here's the deal, right? Over there on Nuke, it felt like Linus was the entry fragger. What's going on there? You don't want that, right? It's not that Linus is a bad player by any means, but he isn't in this team. You can see that he's a supportive element. He's not meant to be the guy getting you the entries. So Hampus doing that is a lot right now. Plopski's also chiming in to summon. Well, Device, of course, on that T-side AWP. But yet to rumble the bank balance just yet. There's plenty of cash. nicoodoz has 9.9 to reinvest, so they can definitely get that CT-sided AWP. But a CT-sided timeout called, and that's just to discuss the issues that they're having. This is better from NiP now. This is even more convincing than some of the rounds they were winning over there on Nuke, right? Yeah. And the scoreline when it ended 16-10, I think that's a little bit of a misleading scoreline. It felt very easy in that first map for Flames, and it felt very easy within the first 7 or 8 rounds of play for them here as well. Now they're under the pump.
Hampus is a contributor in at least half of NiP's rounds they currently posted. He clutched up in that pistol. Has just found him 2 entries on Banana to make it 4. But as you've highlighted, they have once again presented with the AWP that worked so well for that pick into mid. You thought that was enough, but Hampus proved otherwise, and this was the catch. If HooXi had rounded that corner, he could very well have delayed.
You can see what he's thinking, right? He doesn't want to get isolated in the site against an execute. He wants to try and play retake. Unfortunately, they're a bit quick on the draw. And NiP threatening now. Remember, Ancient, you can see it top of your screen right now, will be the third map between these two. Surprising not to see NiP picking that map in recent time as well. Something that they seem like they backed in time and time again, and now they've shied away from it. Here we go. This is the round that NiP need. They can break the Flames here, whose loss bonus has started to build. 2,900 for them in the next round of play. Deep mid smoke again. And this time a 3-man A defense early. Just Jabbi and HooXi over towards B, who have been tested now. Deep nades there. The second one actually doing a big chunk of damage. Hampus down to 61. Plopski, 77 points of health for him as well. Walking up Banana is Plopski. Passive stance on B.
HooXi's in a position to throw out a full retake set if he fancies it. That's exactly what he's doing. Halfwall will be smoked. Plopski might be ahead of it. Does have to respect it. And a boost over is the counter play. Now this may be unexpected. Are the Flames really ready for this reaction?
HooXi looks aware of this. Oh, spotted!
Oh, he gets away. Just a slight glimpse of him. Device doesn't quite find the mark. But I mean, look, the bomb's at T-spawn, so all of this is just posturing. They're puffing up their chest. They're trying to force the CT's hand. nicoodoz has been smoked off library. Will fill the void that is Arch. A two-man push onto him. He does have a peek. He's so quick. Res deleted. Hampus slips the net, but he's trying his luck. And it's trying to catch him on the rotate through. A good clear here and not easy. As NiP are struggling to break the site. Jabbi's double secures it. It's only Device he's coming through. And Jabbi will make it 3. nicoodoz and Jabbi combine to repel the NiP invaders. And yeah, fist bumps exchanged as they take the win on the CT half of NiP's must-win map.
Read that well again, right? Read that well again. They knew it was the mid to B. There was cavalry over there to help on nicoodoz, who was being pressured in the B lockdown. Fantastic work from Jabbi. Huge stuff from him. And you're right, 8 rounds now. How many more can they post here? Just playing on the cusp of that smoke. They run on through the grey screen. Device giving away his position, doing the best he can with the P250, but is an aggressive or pick. Device on the other side, the flash through holds them back. Banana is where they go again. 3 bodies make it 4 in Banana right now. Standing and hanging around the flames. They have to extinguish, but they're looking like they want to punish B early.
You would have to get through Jabbi. Still got his AK.
3 players over here towards B as well. nicoodoz has just joined the party. Oh.
Changing hands, look at that. He just leaves his smoke and rotates through. It's nerdy.
This is perfect. He's been able to post up in time. He's even been able to get back towards the site here. As you mentioned, util to drop. So there's a smoke locking them down. That's going to keep them until sub 1 minute.
Giving him nothing. Looks like NiP have a very clear intention. 5-man commit. Second orange has worked very well for Copenhagen Flames on the last repel of this, but HooXi's so low. nicoodoz though, if he can find a momentary peek away from the flashes and the smokes, HooXi does nothing. It's up to nicoodoz now. The supportive flashes are there, looking to reposition. Oh! And everybody's looking the wrong way! Jabbi again strikes thrice! Recovering now as Hampus does it all. AK, AWP, it doesn't matter. The rotate on its way. He's opted for a fountain plant. And they have at least gotten across now for the peak. Tucked in. Plopski will have to fight. The spread does sign his death warrant. Only Hampus. They can double peek this. He can get overwhelmed and they will hit the first bullet out of their gun. 9 for the Flames. And 9 for all German NiP fans.
That is mental right there. That gap that Jabbi found, like you saw it on your screen, but you didn't think it was real. Like I'm seeing him there and I'm thinking, nobody's bloody looking. How's he been able to weasel his way in there?
4 people, Chad, with their backs turned. It's just his timing alone.
But you have to think about that. The smoke that's dropped. This is
Here.
in the gap.
Oh, as it
it's a
fades.
massive gap over towards that CT smoke, and he's just crept on through. Nobody looking.
Oh.
Look at the blunder right there. The smoke with the gap is everything. NiP.
It's a fumble.
You can't be dropping the ball there. 9-4.
It looked like nicoodoz was running out of options, and then Jabbi just decides he's going to massacre 3. Oh, NiP need this. Must win. The Flames are really, if you pardon the pun, heating up.
They need to be a bit more direct here, NiP. When they've been able to do that, at least they've been able to get the opening kills right and look threatening. Right there was that missed smoke that is such a drama for them. And Jabbi punished, but now all 5 turning their attention over towards A. 4 in the mid corridor. Just the 1 man of LNZ over towards the apartments. The smokes are coming through, the pressure being applied.
nicoodoz does slow him down. You just can't run through that. Roy already puts his name in the feed. You needed that in response. Plopski shuts him down. Cancels his plans. Zyphon, however, still a nuisance. You can see even exchanges back and forth.
Oh, they changed places in the smoke. They have an idea. Jabbi knows. He's called it.
I think nicoodoz is aware as well. Yeah, building a picture, and down goes Hampus again. Advantage Flames. It's all Device for them. He started this round and now posts his second. Bomb uncontested. It's planted now. Clock extended. Kits and a smoke, so not in a rush. Copenhagen Flames have HooXi to rely upon. He's actually going to drop a bit of a one-way here on Bauk, so that's going to have eyes drawn to him.
Molly's for pit as well. LNZ is going to be forced wide here. Oh, he's not going to drop it. He's going for under the balcony.
Straight into Device. Just enough damage. Device does not go down. He can play the time now. Jabbi, you've been great, but this is just an ask too much. A great Molotov. Straight onto the bomb. Device is doing it all just by extending play. No time for this one. And they will pull it across the line, but tooth and nail.
Whew, that was so close. And that molly out of HooXi right there. You absolute nerd. Beautiful stuff. That's what we like to see. Clearing out towards the mini pit right there. But here we go. Round number 15 up next.
Haven't seen that one before from HooXi. That is naughty.
Device here, great stuff. Yeah, under the pump right there. Roy went aggressive on that short push right there because they lost all the info, right? nicoodoz was smoked off towards library and the side. Roy makes a play, and that thrusts NiP in towards the side. But here we go. Final round of the first half. 2 MP9s. Still a couple of M4s and the AWP rattling around. The nades deep again. Rez. Bang. Oh, down to 4 HP. Cop that.
He has not been having fun here on the T-side, chat.
2 kills.
2. Jabbi got more than that in 1 magazine of his AK-47. Rez is equipped with the same, but yeah, he's a shadow of his former self now. 2 nades to the dome. MP9 defense. They have called upon Roy to bolster the numbers. A boosted M4, a gap,
yeah.
Perhaps to be exploited. Hampus in a position to punish any inquisitive CTs.
Was looking very likely for a B exec there, but I think the second smoke, they've just called pause on this for a moment.
See what LNZ finds on his apps adventure as well. You know, he's been there the whole time. He hasn't had anything to report. Not too much funny business other than the one Zyphon aggression there. Util is thrown out, but nicoodoz doesn't flinch. And he will collect an easy one, and that's onto device.
Zyphon now.
The superstar forced to watch as his team start to disintegrate. Yeah, already locked down.
Indecisive.
Head in the bomb A. It's the right call. Roy will be ready to react as soon as contact is found. nicoodoz readies himself for war. LNZ, a miss, and a chance here for the Swede, only short-lived. Plopski up against the world, up against 5 of the Flames, and that is 10. Pain, NiP are in jeopardy. Copenhagen Flames are so close to truly manifesting the Cinderella story. It always stops well before this point. But this is something else.
Looks like the mood is an all-time high over there in the Copenhagen Flames camp. Look, smiles on the faces, obviously still very serious business, but think about what's going through their heads. We came in through the open qualifier of the last RMR event. The open qualifier, right? That's with everybody.
Yeah.
Right? That's you at home with 4 of your friends can join the open qualifier. They came through that, and then they've just continued to hit the ground running.
And all of the Tier 1 teams complain about those open qualifiers because it's so unpredictable. Everyone plays ratty CS, really are disrespectful, never before seen strats and plays and never before heard of names destroying you online. Well, Flames handled it and have handled it ever since. They were in the group of death at the EU RMR. Do you remember?
Undefeated in the best of ones there, but we're underway here with the pistol round. And Rez, aggressive down mid here. Can't hang around forever. Device doing his best to oversee business, just peppering down with a couple of pot shots. It's just this 2-man defense over towards A here, so hoping to be disparaging, right? That's why they're so forward. They want to get a kill early or do some damage to force Flames over towards the B stack, which is LNZ, Plopski, and hampus right now. Been able to burn about 30 seconds off the clock just with this forward position, but they are about to be tested now. Roy perched in the apartments with Zyphon on his side.
Rez needs a confidence booster. And that's the start. Zyphon has his plans foiled.
He's forcing them B. This is exactly what you wanted if you were NiP.
LNZ with the flashes.
Oh, they've called it off. Okay, HooXi's left the bomb in chicken pit. There's 50 seconds left. Oh my god, that's so easy for Roy.
That came so easy.
Just a couple of bullets out the Glock, and now they can go anywhere.
Yeah, the freedom is theirs, and Device trying to be a hero. Bit of an overextension, but he's adjusted accordingly to the steps. A lot riding on these frags. Good click. Trade available. nicoodoz just accelerates into him. And he's not going to clear his corners. LNZ, a crucial find. Plopski's in trouble. And they do commit to B. Trying to get across just ahead of LNZ's peak. HooXi, however, has the bomb. He gets to get across as LNZ tucks in. Plopski on the second flash loses his head. It's up to LNZ and Jabbi with 17-3 in the pistol. That is a brutal pill to swallow if you're NiP, because now you have to do the impossible. you're going to have to stare down the barrel of what could very well be 13 if they can't find this.
That's insane right there. Just how they toyed with them in that mid-round. Like, you see how they toyed with them there. The info plays. This is one thing that Flames have been doing so well across a lot of the maps they've been playing on the T side, is understanding the space they have and what the bodies mean, right? We didn't know where they were ending until the final throws of that round, because they didn't know where they were ending until the final throws of that round. They were seeing what NiP had in store. That stack over towards the B bomb site stayed for the longest period of time until they had to get peeled back, and then the rotation opens the gap. You're running into B there with 15 seconds left and no smoke to cross on CT spawn, right? And they get away with it. They get away with it. The Flames, just some massive play here, and Jabbi, what a time for him to show up as another star for the Copenhagen Flames. How many names do they have?
As if they didn't have enough. I mean, we've already been singing the praises of nicoodoz. We've been singing the praises of Roy, Zyphon's Dig. Now, when it matters most, Jabbi ascends to new heights. And Copenhagen Flames, Chad, are 5 rounds away from the top 8. We might get those Copenhagen Flames stickers. These names inscribed in the game forever if they can just pull this off.
And this is great, as you mentioned, if they can convert here against this Force Fire, the Scout, the upgraded pistols, the light util that's doing a lot of damage right there. NiP plonks on the head of nicoodoz there, and a smoke to die as well. If they can convert this, they're going to get an easy round in the next. A lot rides on this for NiP. They have to put up a fight.
What a shot at a device. Puts Roy on his ass. Finds one from the grave, though, as the flames spread. nicoodoz loud about this. They don't strike, and Zyphon's found one. They'll clear him out. Rez needs this. Has to deliver. Trigger discipline at an all-time high. They've called the site clear. Hampus, more on the scout. It's only Zyphon. He's assuming the site is clear. Hampus, can you finish it here? And Rez will finally activate. NiP, the Force by Wars, they do weather the storm, and now, even better than a pistol win, the Swedes have been given a little bit of light at the end of a very dark tunnel.
Yeah, that's a lifeline right there, right? They've just done what the Flames did to them in the first half back, and that was pretty clean stuff. I can't believe Rez there didn't pull the trigger, right? He had a player run in and run out of the site, and he didn't shoot. That's crazy. He was playing for the round win. He wanted to make sure he denied that bomb going on down. But Flames are biting back, and they've bought in as well. 4 Deagles, a Tech 9, and very, very light on the util. HooXi's had to go. A couple of bits of util here to make this one at least something to work with. A molly top banana to hold the info play at bay. 4 players up through second mid. This is likely to be activated right now by HooXi with the smoke and the flash, but then that's all they have to go. The double nades, only a sprinkling of damage. You would expect a lot more. The jump up was timed well. This is a waterfall onto A. They have to stand and deliver these A defenders right here for the Ninjas.
Device has already been doing everything he can on an individual level. He needs the squad, and Rez is a big part of the squad. 2 of the 3 required. Hampus finishes things off nicely.
Rotation's coming in now. Bomb is loose. And oh my god, HooXi's ahead of that. Almost onto Hampus there. 5 points of health remaining, and now just nicoodoz with the deagle in his hand. Lots of time to work with here. If he can isolate some fights, you've seen LNZ get into the back line. That was the first, but Device too quick. The crab walk in, the kill comes through, and 7 now for NiP. And you can just see the backline's their threat. This must be so stressful to sit here and have to watch this with what is on the line. But they bought themselves a buffer here. Should be getting their 8th round. Flames have to take the eco. The loss bonus isn't there. Unable to get many kills, unable to get the bomb on down, but this is still very, very tight stuff. It's not going to be easy for NiP to pull this one back by any means.
Yeah, starting though, the groundwork is laid. The foundations are there. With a 2nd round win. And this is a nice little bit of a farm. Hampus mows them on down. Device will take 2 for himself.
That's beautiful stuff there. Clean sheet, get it done early. Don't expend too many nades, right? We always talk about that here against the full Glock ecos. So just dealing with business right now are the Ninjas. And doesn't look like Device is too worried. This man looking to get into his next playoff appearance, an absolute legend of the majors.
Well, he would be the only one, right?
Yeah, Olaf, at that last hurdle, he dropped on out. Device, the only one still carrying that to his name. But here we go. The AKs are in. No T-side AWP here. Nice, actually peering on through. Smoked off. LNZ's walked on through. Brave from the youngster here.
Oh, he's done more than just be brave. He's actually found blood. And there's more to come. Damage is high. And he's still finding more. HooXi brought down to 9 HP. Deep smoke. They've got supremacy of banana. And LNZ will just rotate off. It's a lot of responsibility on the shoulders of Plopski, actively maintaining control of it for now.
Flames are limping in this one, right? The opening death sucks, but the HP of HooXi, that's even worse because they need to be careful with every corner they turn.
And that's the LNZ effect.
Roy's low as well, right? 37 for him, 65 for nicoodoz. You could almost say this round is done now. Like, NiP would have to give this one up. It's so difficult for Flames to put up a fight, right? You're sitting there, you're having the conversation where low, we can't go for any of these brave picks. Zyphon is the only man with a lot of HP, and he would have to hit some crackers. You can see this passive setup over towards the ace site now. Hampus on the jiggles towards mid on the occasion.
Zyphon, go kill.
Yeah, like that's what this comes down to. He needs to find them a way in. And it's clear he's been told exactly that. Look how active he is coming up porch side.
Oh, spotted out by the long player. That's misinformation, and now takes the gap. He knows long could be open. I think there's still a smoke up. He's racing against Device. Through to the arch. He'll keep his feet planted. They're committing into LNZ, who was low. Zyphon up against Device, now neutralized. This is a good chance for the ninjas.
Should be an easy lockdown.
It has to be theirs. LNZ does fall, but the bomb has to be planted, and Plopski has done enough. Just like that, the ninth secured, and it does look like NiP have found their voice. Trying to pull and kick and scream their way back into a competitive half. Let's not forget, this was a 10-5 half to the Flames. And the response so far, 4-1.
Yeah, it's just all that early damage from LNZ to kick off that round, right? As I mentioned, there's not a lot of HP to work with. What are you meant to do, right? They waited out the clock. They hoped that it was going to be enough, but going into that site, just a bit of a blender. B's on lock. Stuff from the ninjas now as they do get Device into his AWP. Full util as well, just up against these pistols, and they're actually heading B, so looking to run this one down fast, and that's a nuke of a nade. So much damage done. They hear this one coming from miles away. More mollies to hold them at bay. They scamper back on down, so everything the Flames had is gone. Now it's just walking around on half HP.
Yeah, and easy as that. Collects, and there's more to come for Hampus. There's, ooh, a bullet to the dome. Plopski, got to hold on to this, and yeah, there's some damage. Yeah, there's a frag. LNZ to pick up the pieces, and it's intimidating. Let's definitely say that much. The Tech-9s don't find too much more than the double frag.
This is happening quite quick now, and one of the issues, as we mentioned, right, the bomb not going down means we're not going to see the Flames being able to stay continuously threatening. They need to make sure in this next gun round of play, if they want to have anything to say, that they get in, they get that bomb down just to facilitate future buys. NiP, on the other hand, now that's 5 in a row from them, starting to nurture a bit of a bank balance and starting to feel good about things. This is what we want to see here, some fight out of the Swedes. 3-man B defense again. Device and Rez, the only two to lock down A.
Oh.
And LNZ again, he's forward and he's found the entry one more time.
Jabbi's just got Groundhog Day in his mind. Every single round, he looks to start off with his AK, tucks into the banana, and then is eliminated by a very aggressive LNZ. Really finding some confidence when it matters most here.
Can't leave the bomb behind, boys. If you want to go fast A, you're going to need to pick that up. And look at all the pressure. Look how far they pushed down banana.
Yeah, really
Plopski
uncomfortable.
and LNZ.
Really uncomfortable. nicoodoz is going to try and retain and regain some control. Half wall to bait. nicoodoz has 3 to contend with here.
That right there normally would just be 1. That's a big kill. Look at all the space over towards A. They've actually been able to infiltrate arch side, and they're coming through the smoke.
It's all about timings here. Rez will tuck in. They just smoked themselves off of the banana push, but they walk through it. Rez activating. nicoodoz very loud about this. Oh, and it's an easy headshot. Rez with more heavy contributions in a must-win round. Zyphon, that's quite the spray. But a 2v4. And they don't have the bomb, Chad. It's 40 seconds. I guess they can reposition, keep them guessing. Roy doesn't have the health for this. And Zyphon doesn't either. Plopski makes sure of that. And Hampus, nice work as well with the baits. Secures it. NiP definitely returning to some degree of form here.
Yeah, and that bomb getting maroon top mid is a problem, right? Because we're talking 4.3 on the high end for Jabbi and that of Zyphon, but then the other 3 of them just under that 4K mark. So you can buy, you can get the Galils out, sure, that can be the purchase here. But it's not ideal, it's not the buy that you're looking for. So being stumped and a timeout necessary. Second called for the Flames now to talk this through. And you can see HooXi in the middle, the in-game leader, just having a bit of a chat about how things are going. Nod from the coach in the background. Agreeing with what's being said right now, but as we take a look, hampus with 23 kills to his name, Device with 18, and Rez, yeah, look, he got a couple there, but he only has 8, 10 apiece for Plopsky and LNZ, and LNZ, his entries towards Banana, or his opening kills as it were, have just set the tone for these gun rounds, right? You get an opening kill, you get it early, and you get away. Yeah, simple as you like.
I wouldn't be surprised if part of HooXi's speech there was, let's just manage those opening deaths a little better. We need to have, especially when going for something light on like this.
Almost every single round, they've either sustained an early death or they've sustained early nade damage, like a bucket load. We're talking several members.
That was the Zyphon go kill round.
Exactly. So they need to make sure they're able to avoid that. And look how NiP are holding on to all their nades here, right? They haven't lobbed out a lot early. They haven't gone for map control. They've actually just held on to a bunch of smokes, a bunch of mollies. They can defend against anything late. So NiP reading this well now.
You can't beat this jiggle incendiary defense. You run through it, you're half health, you dumped all of your util. And here they come through the flames, no extinguish, but leaping over it. Onto Plopsky's retreat, they are tucked in, they've taken the space. Step 1, complete. Counter util there, again LNZ puts his name in the feed first. Careful Plopsky. They're grouped up on coffins, one spray, and this falls apart for the flames. 3 of them here for this engagement. Hard to flash them off here though, it's just a straight up engagement, straight duel. And that's 1 for the flames, 2 as well. The Deagle's connecting, hampus clawing his way back into the site. They are in the open. And surely gonna pick this one up, only nicoodoz. A good Deag to start us off! And another Device to save the ninjas! My god, nicoodoz! He nearly had it in the bag!
Oh, wait.
That could have been something very, very different. Device holds his bottle though. Pulls him back. You can see not even a sweat on the brow. Just keeps a stern face. He knows NiP need him to stay strong.
That's crazy right there. That's insane. Like the fact that the Flames with that purchase, right? That was just a half by light util and a B execute. They played the retake, right? NiP opted to play the retake right there and they almost flubbed it there at the final moments, but they do stand tall. Here's the first. Second is great. And the third here on the jiggle, just not able to convert.
Oh.
Taking the lead now, NiP up to 12 rounds. So this is them really starting to get some momentum.
It's quite the recovery. They looked lost at one point.
7 in a row now, and that's the first time the bomb has gone down.
Yeah, but he's done a lot with that.
A little bit noisy.
Bit
Not sure if he
too
would have been
noisy,
noted, but
yeah.
they're looking quick. They're looking more direct, like they want to execute early here, and it might be the right call. There's only 2 ninjas here.
Probably saying, that worked so well. Why can't we do it again with rifles? Change of plans as the retake util drops. Smoke and incendiary buys time.
Double AWPs here. hampus has one as well. That's a difference now for this CT side. Plopsky's going forward. Looks like the flash is being lined on up.
Calls it clear. Roy was flirting with some smoky push. Device is on Overwatch there, and oh, Plopsky, a rude awakening. He rounds the corner, and there's 3 right there. They're looking to strike. It's up to hampus to destabilize. Down goes 1. He's fully blind. He should fall as well. It's LNZ that's found the lurk of Roy. Rotating in. Device desperate with the Deag. A 3-on-3. Bomb now planted. Jabbi will take CT upon the fade. He's looking to catch one off guard with a fade here. Rez posts one and onto Zyphon's lurk in the apps. Flames though a chance, and he's pre-aiming it perfectly. Makes a sound cue, but look at this.
He's through.
Oh, Jabbi.
Holding his nerve.
2 backs turned, and Rez could be the 3rd. The patience from the Dane.
He's not going to clear this.
No way. No way at all. Rez falls, and now a crossfire. Impossible to break. LNZ head on a swivel, trying to clear through. That's 1, and that'll do. 12 is secured. 4 out of HooXi as well. Don't let that get missed. The leader with 4 important frags to break their silence. Copenhagen Flames post their 2nd T round after a drought of 7.
That is massive from Jabbi right there. I know that it was only 1 kill, but the fact that he held his nerve, right? He had a kill on Linus there every day of the week, right?
He didn't grieve for it.
But he just sat. He heard the steps spawn. He understood the situation. That information is what allowed HooXi to turn his attention over towards the coffin's position. They've got a round here, and they're 1 more away from breaking the bank of NiP, who are starting to struggle for cash. Things are getting siphoned on through now.
Yeah, nasty death from Plopsky in that one. He's going to have to try and lock it back down. Return to form, and he does strike onto nicoodoz with the averted AWP gaze. Repositioned and eliminated. Jabbi, no fear, but Flames do take him down. 3-on-3 very early, and hampus delivers onto the walk through mid, and heavy damage inflicted. These nades are working wonders. It's up to really Zyphon here. HooXi will pause. Zyphon to clear him. A one-on-one. Straight up engagement. Not so much anymore. Rez is there to equalize it.
They know where HooXi was, right? That was spotted from hampus. So they know he was top mid. That rotation coming in right now from LNZ has...
Do they full gamble?
The thing is right now, the timing, right? If he was to head on over, LNZ should be able to hear him here close towards that speedway if it was fast. So he knows if he was walking, he has time to work with. Top mid smoked off, fading now. Rez is going to call this clear, and they are splitting up into the 1-1, but it's Boiler where the fight is. The timing, HooXi with a massive shot.
What a shot! What a headshot. Rez, quick to react, but not enough. And now with just 10 HP, HooXi's planted safe. Knows it was likely a B rotator, and now the engagement's being rushed. LNZ wants to close the gap. The call is made, he's low. Can he hold his nerve? The Swede has been great when it matters most. Has he got it in him? HooXi does fall. LNZ saves the ninjas there. Good effort from HooXi. Again, looking for impact round.
Oh, being told where the AWP is, I think, right now. Looks like LNZ is just going to get the defuse on this one here. But this is the thing. This kid, right, this kid has come up from the academy team of NiP, right? And he's been good in the clutch. We've seen him over multiple events now. Not necessarily getting the most kills by any means, but in situations like this, he seems pretty handy, right? And that's so much pressure right there. I mean, having to convert that one-on-one.
Never mind that. Your major life is on the line, and you're asked to go aggressive banana, and you succeed on multiple occasions. He's done a lot with that, and you can see, yeah, hampus, he is going to be getting the respect he deserves, considering he, as we do direct credit to LNZ, is really performing up to his highest of standards. 27 and counting for the in-game leader. It's kept NiP in it. Some flare out of device. LNZ with the important impacts, and yeah, NiP desperately trying to claw an Ancient out of this and to equalize what started so dominantly for the Copenhagen Flames.
Yeah, they just need to get another plant here, the Flames, to keep these gun rounds and keep this game threatening. But a smile on the face of hampus there, so maybe the mood starting to lighten up a little bit as they keep this lead, and only just. nicoodoz spots one crossing fast. The device posts up with his AWP, looking for a kill, looking for a fight, and if he steps much wider, he is going to get one. Thinks better of it for now and starts to drop on back, and a heavy rotation called early here.
Well, Jabbi's just been given a real gift of early banana control. You can see hampus is going to try and get some extra nades into the mix for Plopski.
Well, that might change this early banana control, right? Especially if these nades come out. They might do a lot of damage to this Jabbi position, who is starting to drop back, and they're looking towards A quite swiftly here.
Haven't seen this yet. Smoked off. Very good timing on that one. Rez has bought time. He's going to sweep mid with device. And Jabbi returning to banana. So it's very odd here.
This is just to keep the feet planted on B right now, because they were looking for an earlier timing, but that smoke has just stalled things out. So Jabbi does a lot there, but it is going to be this A hit. They're going to waterfall out apartments with 2. Zyphon and Roy to open things up.
Can't flash. Oh, and another smoke. NiP, their utility usage has been on point, and there's still a lot more where that came from. Rez, if he only pulled the trigger, if he only knew. They're sitting there with knives out, and they do strafe out. Perfect pop. He's lost his vision. He's lost everything. He has no answers. They've walked past him, and nicoodoz will catch him. A big contribution, begging for a boost his device. He's tucked in now on library. And they've lost the sight, chat.
They're already considering the save.
That'll
that
do.
was called. As soon as you saw device get away from that smoke, the save was called. The money's not there, right? Because this has been going so well for NiP, there's no loss bonus. It's 1,400 into the next round to play. They need all these guns. You can take a look yourself, do the maths. What they have here, add 1,400 to it. That's all they're going to have to work with in the next round. They'll need to drop something over to Rez. So maybe, just maybe, a hunt could be on the cards. Jabbi locking down banana, making sure that nobody's pushed on out. The problem is for the Flames as well, it's not like they're flush for cash. It's not like they can risk too many bodies, but a rifle or 2, if they take it away here, it is going to be worth its weight in gold. A coffin smoke.
Tuck in. The hunt is on. Jabbi just Trying to take a couple of rebuys, and they do get 2 frags. NiP left with not enough. 27, no, wait, 31 on the high end. Oh, that hurts.
That's crazy. How do they get 2 kills out of that? That is massive on the chase. That detail right there is huge. They would have had 4 rifles coming into this. They probably could have dropped the 5th.
It would probably have been a full buy. Exactly what I was going to say. Now look what they're left with.
Oh, that's completely changed the plans right here. Flames are in the perfect position to get the 14th.
Oh dear, 3 rounds away from the Copenhagen Flames putting that glass slipper on.
Oh, you have to look to Device now. Right, he has the AWP. He can make the impact. He can make the difference. He needs to find an opener. He's going to get mollied out of position here.
Oh, and he pulls the trigger to perfection. Exactly what the doctor ordered. Need more. And that's the end of Plopski.
HooXi doesn't care.
That was one of the rifles. He's playing some seriously nonchalant Counter-Strike. That was hard to say. But this is even harder to play. hampus, an opportunity goes awry. Roy did catch a bullet to the head, but it could have been more.
They're just going to slow this one down now. Flames, they now know there's a USP in play, right? They understand what the buy looks like on the other side. Stalling this out, waiting for CT aggression. I almost feel like NiP have to go for a full-on gamble stack. Get the lion's share of your forces together here. The best thing you have to boast, other than that AWP on Device, is the Deagle of Res.
I mean, this is Copenhagen Flames round to lose.
Info, right? That's going to...
Bomb as well.
There's going to be a big question, right? Are they going to bait on in for that? Do they expect them to continue through to B? It's mind games for both teams, and Copenhagen Flames, they're calling the bluff. You saw where we were going. We're coming back. The fight's coming your way towards A. Res, this is your time. Deagle in hand in the back of the site.
He's been really struggling. Good on the Deagle.
He's heard this. He knows it's coming. He's getting wrapped on.
A lot of responsibility on the shoulders here. Res to disrupt. Uncleared, uncleared. Oh, and they looked the wrong way. A big find. And 2 from the Deag in the feed. That could be round winning. I think it is. There's no time to plant. Just survive. nicoodoz not going to provide, and that will do nicely. Res, when it matters most, has found NiP a 14th.
He snatched that away, right? It was all on him. It was literally all on him. He was the only player. He was on an absolute island. He had to do exactly that. And the Flames, they're stumbling over themselves. The time, not checking their corners, not clearing the site. And Res there, just simple. An easy 2 kills. You're not going to get easier than that. And now we bounce back
Roy's
against
going to
the
be
Flames.
kicking himself as well. He had a glance, and before he could even process the double take, Res strikes, HooXi distracted. Okay, 14 found, run boost across. No early blood, but Copenhagen Flames take the pace out of this a little.
You don't see them fumble too much, but that one right there is massive for them to drop a scenario like that. It was their round to lose, all things
After
considered.
the hunt, Chad, they couldn't build and convert. NiP closer now to wiping the slate clean. Hometown heroes with some aggression thrown into the mix. They have full banana supremacy.
Big nade again from hampus. He's been doing a lot here. Oh. Look at that, between 3. So much damage done. Yeah,
and he's at 27 frags, Chad, but that's 580 utility damage. 1 straight through the smoke, a 2nd potentially on the deck. HooXi just about gets away with his walk key held.
They're going back to Plopski. He's just jump peeking right now. Right, this low HP is massive problem. Time an issue again. About 45 seconds left on the clock, and sure, they forced them back, but NiP, they don't need to worry. They still have 2B.
They know Zyphon's the lurky boy. Still in the pack. hampus is actually going for a fast flank, and Zyphon will be activated as well. This is a very fast flank. nicoodoz unprepared, and hampus has taken another round. Secured it for the boys. LNZ unloads and lets loose as well. NiP, they were really down in the dumps, Chad. This is a CT recovery. 660 utility damage from hampus as well. You wanted to get the numbers on that. You know, we've seen time after time the Flames just running around with half health at the start of it. It's a product of hampus's handiwork, juggling the nades as well. On the CT side, we talked about it. The Des did too, highlighting that that is the map where you expected to see it exploited and utilized the most. Is this it? Is this where it ends? Will NiP take us to Ancient and a single map to determine who will be taking that last spot in the top 8 of the major? Pointing that way. Oh, and another contribution through the smoke. Plopski is silenced. More to come though. Hampus tested in a big way, and it's only up to the two of them. nicoodoz, a double so far. The nade right where it needed to be, and all onto Zyphon. It looks like the ninjas have done enough. Zyphon to pull Copenhagen Flames to have another go. He's looking the wrong way. 20 HP.
Surely that's just a consolation right there. Rez has whiffed that one. Should have had a real opportunity. A minute on the clock, and as you start to work this one out, he's going to go around the world here, but when is he going to cut noise? You can see the forward position of LNZ. Going to be able to cut this one off at the knees here. Noisy stuff as he does hit that shift key. Zyphon, he drops on off. It was hurt. He spotted him straight away. Zyphon onto LNZ for the hopes of the Flames now. It's a one-on-one against Device.
Device does not let this go. He's got full belt of util. He can smoke you off. And he will.
Here's the nade.
Bang! And the magic is secured. Device holds his nerve for the ninjas. Copenhagen Flames close. No cigar. They were 3 rounds away from the Avicii Arena, Chad.
That right there, sweat off the brow for NiP, right? It was their map choice, and they were absolutely tested. That round from Rez is a difference maker because that game was in the palm of